Hello, Patriots. Captain Kyle here. And, it's been really hard for me to make this video. And it has absolutely nothing to do with circumstances that's going on in my life, but it is about seeing the things that are happening around the world and knowing that it all has to happen for a reason and that it all has purpose. And we have to go excuse me, we have to go through this. And the reason we have to go through this is because this shadow, this evil, has to be exposed to the light, and it must be seen so that we can heal from it. The most important thing right now is to not get caught up in the emotions of negativity and anger and hate and violence, because that's what the enemy wants. And we must stand in love. God says to love thy neighbor, pray for your enemy, because that is also it would not exist if God did not actually allow it and was a part of it. It is a part of God, because nothing can exist outside of the presence of God in it, period. That is a hard thing to grasp, but it is a truth. We're not to love the neighbor that we can get along with and that we have things in common with. We're to love the neighbor that is completely the opposite of us. To show them your light, to show them your love. And it does not mean that you have to agree with them about anything or have anything in common. That is okay. We are supposed to be different. And that shows our own individuality. But to hate someone because they think or believe something opposite of you is evil and wrong. And to have what just happened this past week for Charlie Kirk and his family to witness that taking place because he believed something that you didn't like, that's disgusting. But what's happening is it's causing people to examine what they are a part of and what they believe in. Because beliefs are those things in which you think are, not necessarily are. Those things in which you experience become your truths. This has now become an experience. People are evaluating what happened and how people have responded to it, and I don't want anything to be a part of that in my life ever again. And they're rejecting it. They're coming to a higher place, a higher timeline. And this is what it's about for you and I, to help them make this understanding and transition in love. It is time for the men to be men, to lead by example of love and protection and doing the right thing when no one else is around. You don't lead by force or domination. You lead from the front to be the one that goes through and says, come on, y'all follow me. God loves you so much, and we're going through all of this because of his love. I realize that is hard to understand, but he is doing the separation. The wheat and the chaff are being separated right now, and it hurts. But don't allow that hurt to turn into anger and pain and that's what you project. Project the love that God has given to you. God has a plan to get through all of this. And if you look at the people around the world that are rising up in unity of love, Charlie Kirk's message is louder now in his death than ever in his life. Yes, he was martyred. And God allowed it for God's greater good, because this is not the end. It is the beginning. And you are eternal. This is an experience for your soul. It's eternity. This is but a blink of an eye in it. This is not all that is. This is only an experience. And when you begin to have that perspective of it, it changes how you can view everything. Let God be the one that shows you who he is in all of this. But you can't do it listening to all of the noise that's out there on the internet, social media. It's trying to still drive that wedge within us and keep us divided. I asked Kelly to put the Joe M up, and then the one about the division between us and that we're all being played. And we are. Because that's the only way that they win, is keeping us completely divided. They do not want you to stand with your brother and sister out there in the world. But they cannot stop what's coming. And that is unity. Because as that video says, you have more in common with the person that is completely opposite of you. If you just get out of the ideology of the craziness that you've been fed, the basic fundamental core beliefs of you want a good job, you want some money, you want a place to live, you want to be left alone, you want health, and you want good things for your kids, and you want to be left alone. All of those things are the same. It's the craziness that they put out there with the extremism that keep you divided. I was talking to Kelly the other day, and I hate Starbucks as a corporation. I hate it. I have coffee machines at the house, super awesome espressos, all that, and I still every day go down to my local little Starbucks shop because of the little kids that are in there working. And I love on them. And I've been doing this for years. And there's a girl there. I was talking to Kelly on the phone when I was up there. And they love me when I come in. And I love them. And this little girl, she's got like bleached out blonde hair. And it's blue. And her eyes light up every time I see her. My eye light up because of how she is whenever I come around her. And it's because I've just loved her as who she is. She's asked me, what do you think of my hair? And it's like, well, I don't prefer it because I think you're beautiful the way that you are. And it's like, I'm honest with her, but I show her in love. And that's what it's all about. Being completely different and still being able to find common ground to say, we still are the same. You're still a human. You still bleed. You still want to be loved. We all want to be loved. But first you have to love yourself. And if you continually fill yourself with the noise of the internet and everything else and all the hatred and vitriol that's out there, then it's difficult to find love in something that is opposite of what you think is real. But all of this is not real. It's not. It's an experience. And you're going to find that out more and more the further we go down this path. And the more you separate yourself from this chaos and get into your spiritual self. Because the spirit is who you are. Let that spirit talk to you. Rise up and fill yourself with the love that God has for you. And then let it overflow into the world around you. To those that you have your circle of influence. That's what's important. All of this other stuff is about saving those that are still lost. And us being the bridge in the gap for them all. With an open arms and with an open heart and full of love. Because in all their rebellion and all their craziness, they're saying, look at me. Because they need love too. And they haven't gotten it. Be, stop doing, be in the now, stop looking to tomorrow, get out of the past because it'll never be, and just be. Being is your truth. And interacting with everything right now as it is. And then just allow your love to begin to overwhelm those that are around you, no matter what is going on. That's the peace that passes all understanding, and people all over the world want and need it right now. But you can't have it, and you can't find it if you're consumed in the noise. This is why we turn the chat off. Had nothing to do with shutting people down or punishing anyone from being able to speak. No, it was about getting out of the noise. I'll turn it back on when it's right. But until then, find your peace, find your love for yourself, and then begin to share it. And I mean truly share it. Not with those that are easy. It's those that are hard. That's where the love really shines from. Everything is so beautiful on the other side, but we have to make it through the shit to get there. Those are your badges of honor. Wear it. And know that God loves you unconditionally, and there's nothing you can do to make him love you any more or any less. You are a child of God and made in his image. Remember that. Begin to remember who you are. God loves you, and I love you. Stay out of the noise. Stay out of the crap. And let God love on you right now. I love you. Cap him out.